Hello. We are here on Juneteenth, special new state holiday here in Connecticut, for another edition of Senator Kissel and Friends. I'm your host, State Senator John Kissel, serving the fabulous people of Enfield, Somers, Suffield, Windsor, Windsor Locks, East Granby, Granby, and Ellington. 100,000 constituents here in north central Connecticut. I am so honored and blessed to represent in our state senate, and we have a fabulous show broken down, as we are wont to do, into two parts. And our first segment is dedicated to Nutmeg Senior Rides, and we have some fabulous guests with us. But as I am wont to do, Nathaniel, Tristan, I'll be home shortly. And to all the folks in the audience, it's great to have you back with us. Had a little hiatus there for the end of session, where we were able to pass a bipartisan budget, fund some programs, cut some taxes, generally a good year for the Connecticut State Legislature. And so happy that we ended on time and under budget, or at least within the budget that we have here in the state of Connecticut. Trying to be humorous with that, but oh well, that one landed like a bomb. In any event, to my left, Ms. Margaret Hale, and she's the Executive Director of Nutmeg Senior Rides. Ms. Hale, thank you for being on the program.
You're welcome.
And to Margaret's left, a wonderful woman who I've known for decades in a very positive way, Ms. Alice Egan, and you're one of the directors of Nutmeg Senior Rides,
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And it's Tom Grossi, and you are with Chris Radio, but you also avail yourself of the Nutmeg Senior Rides. Is that correct, Tom?
Yes, it is. Happy to be here.
Yeah, and it's our honor to have you here on the program as well. So prior to us starting running the I can't even say tape anymore, but getting everything put together, I was learning about Suffield's interreaction with the Nutmeg Senior Rides, but there's lots to tell. And so, Ms. Hale, why don't you talk to us about the Nutmeg Senior Rides? And I would like to believe that this is a little bit the result of something that former State Senator Jonathan Harris and myself worked on years ago in the legislature, based on models that we saw up in Maine. And I am really proud of the fact that you took the bull by the horns, and this baby's been going for 10 years now.
15 years.
15. So, oh my God.
Years.
Yeah, I guess I've been in Hartford for a while. So again, explain the senior rides, and
Sure.
you got a wonderful map we're going to want to go to pretty soon too.
Yes. Nutmeg Senior Rides is really different because it's personal rides for people over 50. It's door to door. It's 365 days a year, and the rides are for any purpose. And when Tom talks, he's going to tell you about rides he's taken for any purpose, because when we say that, we mean it.
So that's fundamentally different than, let's say, in Enfield, the Magic Carpet or
Right,
other towns.
right.
They have ride services, but I guess where you can go is limited, and their geographic transportation area is rather modest. Is
Right.
that correct?
If we can just put that map up for a
Yeah,
minute.
we have this dandy map that the folks put together, and if correct, there we go. So if you could explain that.
Yeah,
Margaret.
the purpose of showing you the map is so that you know that from Enfield, Somers, anywhere in John's district, except for Tolland, you have to be in the red in order for us to pick you up.
That's still a large territory.
It's
anywhere
10
in the red.
towns. And from the 10 towns, you can go a total of 25 towns.
Right, so you can go anywhere in the red or also down below.
You
to
can
the
go
blue.
anywhere on the map. But one of the key things for people here is that a lot of people have to go to Farmington to Jefferson Radiology because they have specialized equipment for vein therapy down there. So we have people from our entire footprint that for one reason or another have to get to Farmington for an eye doctor, for orthopedics, for vein therapy. UConn is down there, the dermatology is there. So we didn't start out this way, but we've evolved, and one of the hallmarks of the program is that this program responds to the needs of people. So the reason why it's as broad as it is and it's as strong as it is because it responds to the needs of the people, and the needs of the people led us to the map.
And that is like a testament to a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication.
Right.
That is fabulous. And I do object a little bit to calling people over 50 seniors, because the older we get, the less it seems like senior seems always far away. But Nutmeg Senior Rides, look at that territory, amazing. So if someone's just watching this by chance at home and you saw that and you have a need outside of where your typical ride share or ride service in town can bring you, you've got to get in touch with Nutmeg Senior Rides. Now, Alice, you're a director. What can people expect if they get they can Google it or call, and what kind of information are they going to get? Like, how much does it cost, and how quick can you guys maybe schedule something? Let's say in a couple of weeks they do have to go to Farmington to see Jefferson Radiology, which is a familiar name to me, having a mom that's 89 years old. What can they expect?
Well, you can call the senior centers. All have the information, and most of them have the literature that it has the phone number and everything. But the senior centers are very involved because they get the phone calls. Will the Dial-A-Ride bus take me here? Will the Dial-A-Ride bus take me there? Will it take my mother and help her into the house? And those are services that Dial-A-Ride is not capable of doing. I mean, they do a wonderful job.
Right, we're not.
But this is door-to-door service.
And you do have folks that can help people to and from their doors?
Yes, most of the drivers will help people. I mean, and we do take people in wheelchairs as long as they're not real heavy. But we get them in and out, and we even go in and help them grocery shop if that's a need that they have. It just varies. It's like taking your own mother shopping and doing all you need to do.
That's amazing. So folks, and so the windows of accessibility are the senior centers. I said Google because it's just sitting down at your laptop. But if you access the senior centers, it sounds to me that all the senior centers in that red area are familiar with Nutmeg Senior Rides, and they will direct folks directly to you, and that there's a multitude of services that you guys can provide based upon transportation.
Correct.
Just getting people from point A to point B, but it's much more flexible. And again, this is not minimizing the services that municipalities already provide. Those are critical. These fulfill a need that was unable to be fulfilled in that other area.
And the time frame, because the Dial-A-Rides have to be in by about 5 o'clock at night. So if you happen to have a 3:30, 3:45 doctor's appointment, and it runs late, there's an issue there.
Nothing against the physicians, but they're always running late. And, except my doctor. Dr. Massey's awesome. He's always on time. But all right, so Tom, you are visually impaired.
Yes, I've been legally blind since I was born. As I got older, and I just turned 80.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. My vision has gotten worse. Now I can see light, and I can see Alice sitting next to me, but I can't see features or colors anymore. So
how does the Nutmeg Senior Rides assist you in navigating through the world with your vision impairment?
They are tremendous. First of all, they're always on time. The drivers are very kind and helpful. And there's one ride I will remember the rest of my life. My best friend's sister died a couple years ago, and the funeral was in Granby, St. Teresa's Church on a Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. None of my kids or friends could take me. Margaret Hale took me.
Wow.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to go to that funeral. And what is very important is, like they were saying, door to door, especially somebody like me, I couldn't get into a building and get around. I use a white cane to get around, but I would need training by a mobility instructor from where I used to work at Service for the Blind. So they take me from the car, walk me into the doctor's office, and as we know, when you go into the doctor's office, they hand you all these papers that you gotta review.
Yes.
And they review them with me. And then I ask them to sit me closest to the door where they come out and call you. Now, if it's a short appointment, the driver will wait with me or outside, If it's a longer appointment, like when you go to an eye doctor, could be an hour and a half, 2 hours, they might go give another ride, or the receptionist will just call them and they'll come back.
Now, what is CRIS? What does CRIS stand for?
Connecticut Radio Information System.
And I've toured that facility. It's in the
It's a
Wilson section of Windsor.
Exactly. It's like a regular radio station. We built that. They read 30 newspapers and magazines for blind, visually impaired, and also people that can't pick up a newspaper or a magazine and turn the pages due to multiple sclerosis, Lou Gehrig's disease, cerebral palsy, and people that have dyslexia. And it's volunteers. It's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And there's a lot of live programming, like the front pages and sports and information like that.
Never hurts to give CRIS a plug, and people can access CRIS, I would guess, by contacting senior centers. They would have information, sort of a gateway for that as well. Or could they just type in CRIS and Google it?
Well, I could give the phone number. It's 860-527-8000.
Well, 8000 is great. That's easy. 527-8000. 860-527-8000.
And I'd just like to mention some of the other rides that they've given me. Yes, they take me to all my doctors, primary care ophthalmologists. They take me to low vision support groups in Bloomfield and Windsor. I worked for the state for 33 years. After I retired, they take me to volunteer jobs at the Library for the Blind, CRIS Radio. I mean, they've taken me to meet a friend at a restaurant. Me and a friend, they take us to a restaurant and come back and pick us up.
That's fabulous.
They
Let me just shift over to Margaret, though, because you are like a great spokesperson for the Nutmeg Senior Rides, without a doubt, and it never hurts giving CRIS. And by the way, St. Teresa's within my district, and even if you get to the center of Granby, then you got to continue north, and it's sort of it's a ride. It's a ride to get up to St. Teresa's. Beautiful church, but it's a ride. So Margaret, dollars and cents. If someone's out there and they're retired and they're sitting on a ton of money and they want to make a donation, can they do that? And if they have a loved one, is there like an annual fee? And then again, people are sitting at home watching this and they want to know, how much is this going to cost me? Because they want to budget it and figure it out. And it sounds like not only on like the real needs, like a doctor's visit, but sometimes you can help with the wants too, like going out to the restaurant for a lunch with a friend where you wouldn't be able to access that. And by the way, that territory is really nice and big. There's places out there to explore and see, and there's a lot of good opportunities out there. So,
well, the first thing is that Nutmeg Senior Rides is a membership organization.
okay.
And I think one of the things that's so nice about being a membership organization is everybody feels a connection. So
We're down to 2 minutes. So
that's $40 a year.
Okay, $40 a year membership, and
But
then
when you ride, you get billed for each ride.
right.
So if it's up to 2 miles, it's $5.75 each way. Scales up to anything over 14 is $28.75 each way. So if you went from here to Farmington, it's $57.50 round trip.
Okay.
And so anything
try to
in
do
between.
that with a taxi. Nothing against taxi drivers, but
Well, plus, we feel we're safer.
yeah, well, especially for folks that are in their senior years that
Yeah.
have special abilities.
You can donate to us online.
Yeah.
You can donate to someone's account, which a lot of people do. So if your mother is a rider and you live in Nevada, you can put money into her account through our website. And we have people that do that have
Oh, great,
automatic
yeah.
payments
so
into
if they're not
somebody.
in Connecticut, they can do that.
There are ways they can do that.
Nice, nice. So Alice, we're down to less than 2 minutes, but I want to make sure you get a plug in for any other directors or things that we missed. The time just goes by too fast.
Well, I think we've covered quite a bit of it. And one of the things I will say, because I have been a driver, or had been for quite a few years, is that it's almost more rewarding for the drivers as it is beneficial for the occupants, because you meet such wonderful people and they're also grateful to have this service available to them.
And is there special training for drivers, or let's say someone's, healthy and they have like 8 hours in a week that they could give up, or 4 hours? How do they just reach out to you guys?
Talk to us, and the benefit now is that we are online, so that the people can go online and they can pick the ride that they want, which saves Margaret from calling everybody saying, can you take this ride?
So if you want to volunteer for a particular route, let's say you live in East Windsor and you want to help out in Suffield, you can work that out through the online.
Exactly, and you're not necessarily committed to one day in one particular time. You can go online anytime and say, oh, I'm available at that time, and take the ride. And that it works out. It's been a valuable tool for us.
This is just amazing. I can't believe.
And the other thing is, too, is that we pay our volunteers round trip. So we have a volunteer in Tolland, came today to take a lady from Suffield to Middletown to the dentist. Dropped her off, went to the train station in Windsor Lock, picked up a man and drove him home to Suffield. He will get paid from the time he left Tolland until he gets home.
Wow.
40 cents a mile. So the reimbursement for the volunteers respects their time and commitment.
Wow.
They volunteer their time, but we are very careful to make sure that we reimburse them door to door. So we're not taking advantage of them.
So the volunteers aren't getting paid, but they're getting reimbursed, and it's a show of commitment and respect to the time and effort that they're making. And
Absolutely.
I bet you that, back when I was in private practice, sometimes if you do things pro bono, they don't respect the free services as much as if you charge a nominal fee. And I think the same thing when someone works. Hey, you're getting reimbursed for the miles on your car, and it works out. So I can't believe we're going to get the axe. We got another half of the program to go, but you guys were fabulous. I just can't believe that this is all fountain sort of poured forth from when Jonathan and I were brainstorming, and you guys get tons and tons of credit. 15 years of dedicated service to the people of North Central Connecticut. This is amazing. And for $40 a year, families, if you can afford it, Connecticut has an aging population. The baby boomers are getting older and older, but they want to stay mobile. They want to live at home, age at home, but that does mean going to the doctor, going to restaurants, socializing. And here's just a fabulous tool in the toolkit to stay happy and productive in life. So my guest, Margaret Hale, the Executive Director of Nutmeg Senior Rides. Margaret, thank you so much for being on the program.
Oh, you're welcome, John. Thank you.
To Margaret's left, Ms. Alice Egan. She's a Director of Nutmeg Senior Rides and a longtime volunteer, driver, and just a wonderful community participant in so many ways. Alice, always a pleasure. My best to your husband, Robert. And Tom Grassi. He has availed himself of the services of the Nutmeg Senior Rides. He also works and volunteers, I guess, for Chris Radio, and will not let his vision impairment slow him down one bit. Happy birthday on just turning 80. I'm your host, State Senator John Kissel, serving the wonderful people in North Central Connecticut, and this is the end of part one, but we've got part two ready to go. And again, Nutmeg Senior Rides, call the senior center in your town, and they will put you in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
I am what hunger looks like in America.
I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September.
I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs, and that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
And we are back. Thank you to our crack team of volunteers for doing that very quick switch. And we are with Greg Stokes, who's the marketing director, as well as he wears many other hats for the Enfield 4th of July Town Celebration. Gregory, thank you so much. I have known Greg for many, many years. He's an awesome dude, wears a lot of different hats and has over the years. very great veteran of ours in the Navy, retired pastor, minister, Christian church, and involved in various different enterprises, helping people to stay fit over 50, and just the list is endless, but also somewhat endless is what he does for the 4th of July town celebration here in Enfield, which is open to everybody throughout north central Connecticut and probably across the border into the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
So, Greg Stokes, talk to us about this year's Enfield 4th of July town celebration.
All right, it's coming up actually just a few weeks, July 7th, 8th, and 9th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we've been working hard since the last celebration to get ready for this one. We're in the crunch time, so I brought out the T-shirt.
There we go.
Usually when I come on your show, I'd probably wear a sport jacket or something, but this kind of has the logo on it. But it's all coming together. I mean, we're in the crunch time. All the 26 directors are tweaking and fine-tuning their areas of responsibility. And, I got to tell you, I've been part of this for 13, 14 years. And we've had some new directors that have come on, and we really have seen things run pretty smoothly. And I hope I'm not jinxing that going into the weekend. Our biggest prayer right now is weather. Now you're watching the weather forecast. We need 3 good days of nice, comfortable summer weather with no rain. But it's all coming together, and it's going to be a great weekend. We want to invite all the families out. And you said it's, we talk about it being an Enfield celebration, but it's regional, but it's also even all through New England. We get people that come, and depending on the bands we have, they will stay at the different hotels and stuff and come in. We've had folks that come as far as from South Carolina, to hear the acts and stuff like that. But a lot of family events, a lot things you love. My kids, who are all grown now, but I have the 6 grandkids and a great-granddaughter now.
That is amazing.
And
Great-grandfather, Gregory Stokes.
But my granddaughters have always been involved. My grandson's involved in volunteering, and they're all going to be helping again. So.
That's awesome. So I know that on the Chiron, one of the things that we saw was the list of the bands. And so why don't we talk about that right now? So that folks know who's coming to town.
Put the graphic up there. Friday night we have Night Moves, a young band, and then we have Aquanet, which is a regional favorite, and then Back in Black, another regional favorite. And then on Saturday we have Winger, the full band. We had Winger with us a few years ago just by himself, and then
so Winger's a guy?
Winger's a guy. It's a band, and very well known. And then Artemis Pyle band is playing also. Artemis Pyle, one of the original members of Leonard Skinner. He was one that survived the airplane crash. He'll be with us along with Derek and the Funback, Uncle, and Sunday night is our favorite night because we have the fireworks, but leading up to that, we have Trailer Trash. I mean, you can't get the line. Trailer Trash, Savage Brothers, and then we have Michael Allman. And Michael Allman is...
Like the Allman Brothers band?
He is the son of Greg Allman from the Allman Brothers. He was with us last year. And he enjoyed it so much, he said he'd be willing to come back again. And the response before the fireworks was awesome, so he'll be back with us again. So the musical lineup is awesome, and we're looking forward to all that we're going to put forth.
So is Back in Black like a AC/DC cover band?
Yeah, a lot of these are cover bands.
Who doesn't love AC/DC?
Yeah,
so Back in Black's
everybody has a different genre of music, and
I think that you cover pretty much almost all of it.
We really do. And so our entertainment crew, we have some help with outside promoters and stuff, works out very good. Then we have, the other events. We have the 5K race on Saturday morning, the parade, which I'm directing again this year, my 3rd year doing that.
Congratulations. That's a ton of work by
itself. It is.
How can you do that and everything else?
Well, that's just it. And I being retired, I get kind of like, can you go do this and this too? So I'm more than happy to do it. We have the Taste of Enfield. The foods are all getting lined up now and stuff like that. Don't plan on coming and being on a diet. Just come and enjoy. It's no calories. We have great beverages, alcoholic beverages, and of course non-alcoholic beverages.
So there is an adult beverage section. I'm guessing like in years past.
They call the beer tent the wine tent. There's even a wine tasting that's coming up. You can check the schedule. And then
just make sure you have your ID.
You have your ID. Please do that. And then you have the children's area, and it looks like a lot of awesome things coming there. Teen Zone is going to be great this year. The Battle of the Bands will be able to play on the new band shed nutshell that the town
Now,
of
what is
Enfield.
the Battle of the Bands?
It's
That's-
teenage groups that what they do is they compete, and there's judges that are professional musicians that will judge the bands and select the winner, and then that winner on Sunday will be able to play a set from the main stage. And
Wow.
so it's kind of and the one who won last year, they're actually playing Sunday afternoon as one of our bands now. So the one that won Teen Zone Battle of the Bands last year now is actually playing a set for us this year. So
it's like American Idol.
It's
you
like
never
American
know.
Idol,
So
and
it's like,
but we got the classic car show, which is great on Sunday. You have 3-on-3 basketball for the kids. I mean, you name it. Just a lot of family atmosphere and stuff like that. Sunday, folks begin to come about 1 o'clock, putting their blankets down for their spots for the fireworks, and then it's awesome to look out because I usually watch the fireworks from the stage, and to see 15, 20,000 people enjoying the fireworks.
Really? You have that many
Zambelli.
people? Oh my God!
And all this is put together. The town of Enfield is one of our great sponsors. We're a 501c3. They're great with the town staff, police and EMS and fire. We have HDI and Bud Light. We have iHeartRadio, and Fogarty Home Improvement is our stage sponsor once again. They were last year, wonderful people.
All right.
They will be giving out some things from the stage, promo stuff. It's always fun to throw the frisbee from the stage. We all compete to see who can throw it the farthest.
You don't have like a T-shirt gun or something like that.
But
Throwing
Brendan
frisbees is completely okay.
Yeah, Brendan and his crew there, they're excited to be back with us again, and they'll be on the stage recognizing their business, but we appreciate their support with all our other sponsors that are listed on our website, infieldcelebration.org.
Yeah, I mean, it's if somebody's going to put out money and help the town celebration here in Enfield and North Central Connecticut, and you're thinking about patronizing someone, patronize them.
Oh yeah.
Keep it all sort of local. It's good.
Yeah, in fact, their logos, once they're sponsored for the next year, they'll be on our website. If you're ever looking for some kind of business or some landscaping, lawn service, whatever, you can go in there and see who supports us and then support them.
And so what's the easiest way? Because we are down to less than 2 minutes now.
I talk fast too.
No.
Infieldcelebration.org is our website. And then we also have the Enfield Celebration Facebook page and Instagram, so we're very active on all those things. So
you are a whiz at social media.
Well, not like I used to be. We have some better people. I found some younger ones that are coming up. They're a lot better than me, and I'm not doing TikTok or anything. I just but
well, you never know if the Chinese are infiltrating.
I don't want them in my house.
If they want to learn about Enfield, they should just come.
They should come and enjoy our music and our family atmosphere.
What's the best tidbit of advice if someone wants to see those fireworks on Sunday?
Well, basically is get down there, set some blankets up early afternoon, enjoy the day. We got a lot of events. We got a lot of different shows that are happening on the green, demonstrations, get some food. Enjoy just being outside with the family. Sit out there, laugh, do that, and then listen to the music. And then around 9:30,
all sorts of music.
we'll have the national anthem. Amanda Fox is going to be singing it again on Sunday night, and then we'll kick off the fireworks from Zambelli, and we appreciate them. They do a great job.
All right. Well, Greg, we're done. Giving me the hook already. The Enfield 4th of July Town Celebration Committee back a long time ago. Before I even was a state senator 31 years ago, I was on the Enfield 4th of July Town Celebration Committee, and it was wonderful then, and you guys have kept it up. Just tons and tons of volunteers pouring heart and soul into it to really make a mark on the map. And it's for all ages. And
Right.
it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're going to have fun no matter when you go, but of course fireworks on Sunday, but tons of other stuff the other days, great bands, variety of things, great food, great events. So Greg, thank you for your public mindedness, and Mike and Scott and everybody else that's involved in this.
Good crew
I'm
of
going to
people.
if I start naming names, I'm going to forget tons of names.
They're great people.
Yeah, so that's our show. Thank you so much to our crack team of volunteers. Adam, I'm your host, State Senator John Kissel, serving the wonderful people of Enfield, Somers, Suffield, Windsor, Windsor Locks, East Granby, and Ellington, 100,000 people in North Central Connecticut. Nathaniel and Tristan, I will be home shortly. Again, thank you to all our volunteers, and Greg Stokes, thank you for all you do, and everybody associated with Enfield 4th of July Town Celebration Committee. It's the 7th, 8th, and 9th of this July.
5 o'clock Friday night, come and spend the weekend on the green.
Yeah, just camp out. Bring a tent.